Hassel Aviles is here, and Kate Clegg, and they are the co-founders of the Toronto Underground Market. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the kind of thing that just makes Toronto great. It truly is, I think. These sorts of events that are so interesting, so different than you'd find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the founders. I'll let you explain exactly what it is.
Go ahead.
Okay. The Toronto Underground Market is a social food market that we created to promote budding food entrepreneurs and Toronto home cooks. And it was inspired by the underground market that started in San Francisco.
Right. So these aren't chefs. These are people who are just... Some are, but you said home cooks as well. These are sometimes it's just people who are just great cooks in their own homes.
All of our vendors range from some of the top chefs in the city to people that have never stepped foot in a commercial kitchen before.
So what can people find there? Did they find food? They can find food they can buy to take home.
Yes, they can.
Warm up, whatever you want to do.
Or we usually tell them to come hungry.
Yeah.
So that they can indulge.
You know, try different types of food.
Right.
With like-minded people who are also trying different types
What's
of
the
food.
craziest thing you've seen?
Craziest thing?
Yeah, in the last few months.
One of the craziest things I saw was baluk, which is a Philippines delicacy, and it is a semi-fertilized egg.
Yummy.
So you actually
know this?
Have you had this, Chris? I've never had the. It's a duck egg.
Yeah.
And it's an embryo, pretty much.
Embryonic duck egg.
And it's not fully fertilized. It's so
it's a little crunchy.
Texture's a little bit interesting.
Something for everyone. Everyone's.
I didn't eat it, but it sold out very quickly.
Is that right?
Yes.
Really?
Well, so you started this right in September of 2011, is that right?
That is correct.
Did you? And now it's every month, and it sells out really, really quickly. Did you have any idea that this would be so incredibly popular?
I don't think we did. No, I think when Hassel started her blog and started tweeting about her idea, I don't think we were expecting the response that it got. It's really exciting. There's like-minded people in the city, though. I mean,
I don't remember if I went in September or in October, but it was early on.
Right.
It was packed right at 6 or 7 when it opened, and I remember looking around thinking, Toronto comes out for their food, and it's such a well-dressed crowd. Do you notice that?
It's a beautiful crowd,
Yeah.
well-dressed crowd, social crowd. Everybody loves it. I feel like there's a sense of community with people who go.
And this is for people 19 and over, is that
It is,
right?
yeah. It's
Because
a
there's
19
drinking
plus,
and are there beverages?
There's always Ontario craft beer, Ontario wine, and now we even do a Canadian-owned tequila company.
Well, this is
Is that
just
right?
great because there's a Canadian-owned tequila company.
Yes, there is.
Wait a second. Whoa. Here's like my brain just caught up to it. What?
Back up.
Where does that come from?
Well, it comes from Mexico, and it's 100% agave, so it's all the plantations are in Mexico.
Okay.
But the owner, who is now going to love me because I'm talking about his product on television, is from
We'll see
Toronto.
how much he loves you.
He owns Trompa Tequila.
Wow.
It's a fantastic product.
You know, this is food is just a hobby for so many people in a way. It's not a lifestyle. We need it to sustain life, but now we have entire television networks and everything devoted just to food. So you can be immersed in food 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
And obviously this speaks partially to the success of what you're doing.
Absolutely. I feel like there's a food culture now. And
Massive.
Although I'm
massive
sick
food
of the term foodie, I really am. If I never heard that again, that'd be fine with me.
It has been a bit overused.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people love food and just are experimental. How many people generally show up? How many tickets do you sell?
2,200.
Wow, is it always at the Brickworks?
It's always at the Brickworks, yes.
Well, do you guys? You've been around for a year now. How do you see this evolving? Because, I mean, it's not that you're too popular, but it gets very, very crowded.
Absolutely. I think, our dream would be to one day own a commercial kitchen. So that we can, continue to foster these budding food entrepreneurs. More events, different kinds of events, child-centric events. That would be fun.
Are both of you great cooks?
I'd say I'm a medium cook. I'm not great.
Better eater.
I'm a better eater.
Yeah, great eater.
Really good eaters. I love to cook.
Do you? What's the best thing you cook?
That's a great question. I like to cook things that are spontaneous. I don't do
Really?
recipes very well.
Jealous of
I
people
just
who
look
can
around
do
my
that,
kitchen
throw stuff
and
together.
because my
That's
mom
a
cooks
huge
like
skill.
that,
That's
so I
great.
always.
See, it always comes from mom.
It always comes from mom.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I was exposed to everything made from scratch since I was little. McDonald's was evil, and you know.
But it's you know,
Sam has no hope.
I know, exactly. My household's kind of the opposite.
No, but it also comes from within. I mean, I genuinely love food. The Toronto Underground Market is a passion project that turned into a business.
Yeah.
It was. I never anticipated that I would be on a morning television show talking about this.
And your mother would not have anticipated.
Not at all.
The fact that you watched her cook, learned how to cook from her, and here's how it spins out. See, that's what I like about the cycle.
Well, and also, so I originally started it too because my husband at that time wanted to start something in the food industry, and it's very difficult unless you have a large capital. So I started to do some research about smaller scale operations, and then that's how this kind of came to life because I learned about San Francisco and figured out a way to make it legal here.
Right. Because you
working
do
with
work
a
with the City of Toronto.
Well, I found a lawyer who is now Toronto's first and only food lawyer. So she was really interested as to how
She's a food lawyer.
Yeah, her name is Carly Dunster.
So why do we need food lawyers in Toronto? How did that?
Well, because she saw there was such a demand for it. I came across, there were so many people like me that want to do interesting things but need to navigate through regulations. Even, you know, currently we're dealing with, we're on the brink of a change for the street food industry.
You must feel very strongly about the red tape involved in
Absolutely,
Toronto.
because it would create so many more opportunities for our vendors.
It's
and that's really
understandable.
the whole point of this market is to it be a stepping stone to the next level. Because I'm really proud to say Andrew, who was, you know, the reason why I started it, now owns a restaurant.
Oh, what's it called?
And it's a month open. La Carnita. This is the.
I just ate there.
Actually, I knew that because he was like, "Oh, you're going to be on that show? She ate at my restaurant."
Your kids
You
destroyed
went with
my
your
restaurant.
son.
Yeah.
It was okay. Our kids destroy the restaurant all the time.
I'm so coming back without my kids so I can actually like chill because it was really good. Really good. La Carnita.
It's great to have such a good launching pad too.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And that's what's so exciting about it. Our vendors, I mean, we do this for the vendors. We do it for ourselves as well, but mostly for the vendors and the guests. And seeing even vendors getting a catering gig from it is super exciting.
Well, it's so fun. So the next TUM event, Toronto Underground Market, is Saturday, August 25th from 6 to 11. However, tickets go on sale August 3rd, and they always sell very quickly. So August 3rd is actually the date to keep in mind. Hassel, Aviles, and Kate Clegg, the co-founders of Toronto Underground Market. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to meet you both.